Hello, ladies and this is, of course, I might discuss about how this works as a 40th anniversary. I did a separate ranking for the for my ranking of the 360th anniversary specials. Do check it out, and so it will be 8 placements over 9 episodes. So it's yeah, but unfortunately, and and yeah. And along with the other specials. But yeah, it's quite a fun. I actually enjoyed my series, even if it's not. So even though it's not a part, and we're going to start, as you've mentioned in the 73 yards review comment section, as you mentioned, is Sa and maybe D. So I'm yet to read that if you do. And if you haven't done it at the time of this coming out, you've yet to write it, if you're going to. But unfortunately, this story isn't as well received. However, we've got all. So, yeah. And similarly, there'll be choices. Okay, so the positives out the way of this one first. The Legend of Ruby Sunday is an excellent starter. Please don't go. But even without taking that into account, I actually thought the revelation was okay. Um, a bit. But so long as he's getting well paid and not having to do too many hours, it's fine. There are child labour laws being. Same for Ruby. Not Ruby. Or heck, well, that's me. I'm not sure about any. Actually, I think. Yeah. But since I've ranked the finale, and I thought, well, if I'm going to do that, maybe Space Baby should be lowered a little bit to reflect similar feelings over time, like the Vanquishers, for example. So, this is the story, besides arguably the finale. It's not Disney-fied, it's not a Disney decision, it's not Disney high-ups saying you need this episode in the series. This is Russell's decision, it is Bad Wolf and the BBC saying he can do it. Disney's just saying, yeah, fuck it, we'll just pay for it and stream it. So, yeah, this is not a Disney decision, this is not a Disney episode. Not Disney high-up demanding it to be written. Cool. Everything, like, but it's mostly in the Bad Wolf BBC forecourt. But it's apart from myself, which I thought was all right at the time. Space Babies, Boom, and Dot and Bubble. Not so much for the other ones, including the apart from maybe the finale on how not so great it is. But anyway, Boom. Is and also for the specials being between 55, 50. So Boom does a couple, which is great in the first time, and already, yeah, so, and she's kind of not really, and apart from the climax, it's not, and she is kind of a bit annoying, not to the sense of where I want. What was it? I heard that. I'm not sure. I had a very negative review of something, and it kind of shocked me about how bad it was. That roof. Oh, I remember what it was. Okay. And but at least it gives Varda Safru, At least it gives Varda Safru a good. Also, the Doctor and Ruby are written more to be like the 12th Doctor and Clara Sahar. And whilst it's not necessarily a bad thing, it just feels like this is definitely feels more of a scrap Series 8 or Series 9 episode rather than a brand new. Maybe this should have been. Maybe this was going to be the. Oh well. On the other hand, I suppose it's going to be balanced out with Joy to the World having the Doctor have a bit more of an 11th Doctor influence rather than. On the other hand, it does give Moffat. On the other hand, Joy to the World does look like the 15th Doctor is going to take some of the 11th Doctor. At least outside. Even there, so yeah. And he's probably the only one who. So yeah. Moving on. She was still delicious as the villain. They were still delicious. And heck, I would throw in 4 if I add Rogue to that latter point. Not yeah. But yeah, the nitpicks are more blatantly obvious in this one than some of the. But or a partner who's kind of, or have a partner who is afraid of, like someone who was more or was it something that, or did she know something about him that we weren't sure about yet, or because he has so or because of the whole Marty story, it might as well have been left on the. It might as well have been dropped from the drafts. It's not like she goes bad or the worst things ever happened to her, besides her mother abandoning her and everybody leaving her. But besides that, it's not like she's like in a. Actually, scratch that. And it comes to and everybody. Yeah. What I think is really good is that's fine. That's a mystery to be kept into the. That's fine. That's another mystery to be thrown into the list of mystery. That's fine. That's just. And unlike some of them, yeah, and unlike some mysteries, it's one that makes a lot of. Actually, scratch that. Apart from a few nitpicks, like some Moving on, and we start off with the Christmas special, The Church on Ruby Road. It's really. And it also interesting, and it's also interesting that we've got a returning director from this from as lo- plus plus returning plus the new blood. I know Dylan's Holmes Whittaker Williams. No, I know Dylan's Holmes Williams is directing the entirety of the legend, not the legend, the war. I know Dylan's Holmes Williams is direct. I know Dylan Holmes, which features 13th Doctor and the collection. Ah, oh, damn. Which features 13th Doctor and the collection box. Yeah. However, Joy to the World, you have a big. That's my. That's how I. That's my prediction. After Wild Blue Yonder, and it is of course, and which, but with that being with the 10th Doctor, no, it's not. It's the 14th. But with that being by the 40th, and it's of yeah, the sec. So, Bounty Hunter Rogue, and it's fantastic. It is amazing, and I definitely think that. But Doctor Who TV viewers for well, you clearly had worse days than. Well, guys, you clearly had a better. Well, if this is your number, well, Doctor Who TV viewers, if this is your combined 20th worst, well, viewers, then you clearly had a worse time. Then you clearly had a better time with the revival than I have had because there are. Then you have clearly had a better time since a couple keys about. Meanwhile, their best list is mostly comprised of the first. It's also the closest. Oh, to it's also the most traditional Doctor Who this season has been so far. Like I said in the review, since either Legend of Rue, like I said in the review, or Can You Hear Me, or the Nick. So there we go. That is my ranking of Doctor Who season 1 or okay, I'm not going to be. Okay, that was kind of a bit more. So as for me, but did this work? And then I was on to a couple of Pertwee seasons for the net. I think Series 6 might be stronger, but I think that's more because. But I think that is because it had more time to develop its story. But I think that has, on the other hand, it was the first series where there was less great episodes than there was actually, and then it was then heck even the previous. So yeah, but it could easily swap and go to 24th place with series with swapping with. I'm moving up one spot to be 26th play. Which means season 17 is still my least favorite, and that comes in, and that's now in. However, I do think so. However, even if I did swap this one and Series 6 round, I think Season 8 would still go, of the classic series, would still go above this. But it's still not as. But. And then everything above that is also above that. So it's 25th or 24th, depending how I feel about it. Maybe maybe if I do an updated one in the future, maybe I'll make a distinctive decision, or maybe if I rank the new series ones there. And finally, was this season a great? Well, the thing about this one is, it's mostly just or even a new showrunner or returning showrunner's first new story series. I still think this is but it is still a solid season and is easily the best anniversary season since season 10. No, 20. I mean, yeah, if I was right, technically 45 also. I suppose if I was counting the other fives in as well, 25 was a special one, but counting the other fives in, I've also got 15. I've also got 5, 25. So depends on what you count as the 5th anniversary season. They were going to do as 5th. Depends what you count as the 5th anniversary season. I would say both seasons 5 and 6 are quite high up too. Yeah. I would say seasons 5 and 6 are quite high. And then I think season 6 was just before or just after. Season 25 was just above that as well. Season 6 is in my mid-teen. I placed mid-teen. Well, 15 was like at the end of the 30s. It's gone up a little bit. I think it was exactly 16th. Well, I think it was exactly 16th, if I'm right. Yeah. Season 15 seasons and 15 not so much. Actually, season 6 was also great, but not as good as 5. Season 6 was also great, but not as much as 5. And season 15 wasn't that amazing. It was still good, but not amazing. It was still good. And I think this one is, this including the other ones for the 5th and the 2. It's probably the least anniversary of the 4 big anniversary. And the 5th. Anyway. It's not as season. Probably the last one. So that's my prediction. Predicting next series will be, but it's definitely going to be 8 episodes to follow. So we're probably going to have 8 stories again over 9 episodes. Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the Nicholas Payne bonus content YouTube channel.